So loading in, getting started. Let's see if our prediction's right about Phobia taking the enemy blue. I think it's pretty likely.
We got some pings coming down on the opposite sides of the map.
Yeah.
Looks like Phobia wants to protect the red. And,
right.
And it looks like Chicago's going for the early blue. So it's going to be interesting. You're probably going to see them on two sides of the map.
Yeah, they may just do the blue swap, you know?
The blue
just take
swap,
each other's
exactly.
blues. Or something along those lines. Who knows?
Maybe,
Who knows?
Maybe they might just, like, make a line of defense. I forget. What is
Oh
Zed
my god,
doing?
this team fight would not favor Chicago right now.
No, it wouldn't, but Zed's not even there.
Zed's not there, you're right,
Zed's
Mr.
not
Pro.
there.
I'm like, somebody's missing. I only see 4 nameplates.
What happened to Zed?
Seal Terror is
here we
about
go.
to walk into it while stealth. Oh my god, they have no idea he's there, but they managed to pull armor break with a death sentence. He's going to give up the first blood after an ignite. Went to the Phobia though, not a big deal. Loloho trying to escape. Seal Terror forced to flash. This is a huge, huge, huge advantage. And Mr. Pro wasn't even in that fight.
Nope.
And that death sentence, man, that death sentence did it. They had no idea he was in that brush. None whatsoever.
That face check, right?
Yeah, that face check. What's funny is they face checked it with a stealth twitch, and nobody had any idea he was there. But everybody else was still in range, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like by the time they realized it, they're like, "Oh, I'm in death sentence range right now. This is not good."
This is not good. Not good. Not good.
So first blood going to Phobia after a kind of a disastrous level 1 team fight.
It went down. It went to Thresh though. It went to Bunny. So
yeah, not a huge deal.
Not the worst thing in the world.
He's gonna get more wards. That's good.
More wards, but he hasn't even gone back yet.
No,
from what I can tell, he hasn't even gone back yet. He still has,
Yep.
500 gold.
She's gonna take her own red. I think Evelyn's gonna take the red and then go straight to the blue for level 3, and then immediately start ganking like mad. That's my prediction. I mean, it's not that's not exactly a controversial prediction there.
That's usually how Evelyn's roll.
Pretty standard.
It does look like I forgot to mention though that Bunny has taken ignite instead of exhaust, so definitely going for a little bit more of an offensive lane there.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
And also probably to also negate Nami's W when they're having some trades. So
yeah,
nice
that's entirely possible for the heal.
Nami.
And there's a death sentence on Umouse, and there's going to be a return bubble on Azek says, F you. I have CC too, buddy. And nobody does any real damage. That's okay, though.
Nope.
But just getting hit by that death sentence, there's like a little mini heart attack, you know? It's like, oh, this is probably not ideal. Anyway, Loloho ganking already at level 2, actually, surprisingly. And trading quite a bit with E Honda. I don't think E Honda was expecting a gank that early, but he did survive, so good for him. His flash is down.
The flash is down, and so you'll probably see Evelyn come back after blue. Yeah. So actually an interesting strategy. You know, we're gonna go mid. We're gonna maybe waste the flash, and then come back right after blue with a nice fresh one. So,
Armor Break, the all-star jungler who we've seen absolutely terrorize on Rengar in the past. He's playing Elise, and he's gonna go for the top lane gank against I'm Singaporean Shen. I personally don't recommend that as a jungler. I tend to just not gank Shen. But there's a cocoon on I'm Singaporean and a combo. He's gonna escape with a taunt. Meanwhile, down the bottom looks like we had some trading back and forth, but Shen's gonna be just fine. He did almost go down to that shock blast though, underneath the tower. That was pretty close. So he does have to be careful. His teleport is available. He can safely go back right now, but E's reinforcing him so he doesn't mind. Lola, oh my god, that's
almost.
That was getting close. That would be a pretty huge mistake if he gives up a kill there.
A lot of minions there. I mean, they're definitely looking to get that tower down real quick.
Yeah, they seem to be doing that. Anyway, there's a bubble onto Phobia, and some return damage from Azek going straight for the 80 carry, just like you're supposed to. Love to see that out of players. And they are forcing the hell out of this tower. This is nasty. Loloho needs to start clearing. I know he doesn't want to steal all the farm, but you know, he's gotta clear that wave as fast as humanly possible.
Absolutely. I would like to just take a moment to mention Oriana's starting items right now. She started with cloth armor right now against
Zed. Makes
sense.
So
it makes sense, right? But you know, when you think of an Oriana mid, you probably don't necessarily think about that. Oh, maybe something happened. Nope. Just some trades
though.
going back and forth from Twitch and Nami. Obviously going to be a fairly that's just how this lane's gonna be. You're gonna get death sentence, and then it's gonna be a bubble, and then it's gonna go back and forth between the 80 carries. That's usually just how it's gonna work.
Azek and Phobia did take a decent amount of damage from Expunge though. Seal Terror's burst damage at this level is pretty extraordinary. I mean, I don't know how often you play with Twitch, but a good Twitch player can just pull out this kind of burst damage that's just really shocking. You just don't expect it. And Seal Terror definitely has the possibility of killing Azek here. All he really needs is the right initiate. Doesn't mean it's going to happen though, because the bubble keep hitting to Phobia, and that's not the target you want. But by the same count, the crowd control options available to Thresh are so ridiculous that even with the stealth, there's a great chance that Ace could get the first blood, or it's not really a first blood, but you know what I mean, the first kill bot lane in just a flat 2v2 without even interference from ganks. But speaking of ganks, Lolaho's coming up the lane. Let's see if Lolaho is going to try coming up stealth. He will get spotted by Seal Terror in a second here if he's not careful.
Yeah, probably.
But he doesn't want to go in the tri-bush either because that is warded. Falling up top, there's some trading up top as well.
So we do see some pings coming down, making sure that they know that's warded. They're like, no, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's clear.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. He just got spotted, but it's probably a little bit late. The Death Sentence, however, missed.
Yep.
And Lolaho is going to be spamming Hate Spike like crazy. There go. The Ignite goes down on Umouse, but it is too late. Umouse has lived.
He lived.
Actually, that wasn't an Ignite. Where the heck that dot came from? Some kind of debuff appeared on her head that I didn't recognize. I thought it was an Ignite, but it is not. Thresh Ignite still is available.
Something, yes, but did get the flash, so hopefully we'll see Lolaho come back a little bit later. We do see Orianna. She did catch up and farm to Zed. She had been quite far behind, obviously because of that early pressure in level 2 from the Evelyn, but definitely caught back up. And so pretty even on farm from what I can tell right now. It looks like Jace is bullying Shin fairly hard. Yeah, and Shin's you know.
I'm seeing Singaporean is on quite a bit of farm, both from being pressured under the tower and be forced to go back while Eve picked up that farm. That's kind of unfortunate, but you know, silver lining, Eve's ahead of Elise on farm, so that's good too. And Elise, Eve really needs to roam. She can't spend her whole time farming. Her strength is in roaming, so it's probably for the better. And anyway, Elise is actually counter jungling and spotting Eve right now with wards. Their pings go down, actually warning about this kill coming up. And there's a nice shockwave on Lolaho. Oh my god, comboed with the cocoon, and Eve is dead. Yeah. Lolaho getting murdered by that combo, getting spotted by a ward. So you know.
All important.
Don't forget your wards, guys.
Well, can we just mention though that it wasn't necessarily just the ward; it was the fact that it was a pink ward, and so they did see the Evelyn, obviously a stealth character, so they're noticing that one. It looks like
Jace just forced down the turret.
Top tower down.
Top lane.
You know, I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
So there you go. That pink ward sure paid for itself, didn't it?
It did, and so Jace looks like he's warding fairly deep with that pink ward. All right. Yeah. So he's like, you know. Yeah,
everybody's concerned about Eve right now. They're countering her pretty hard, actually.
Yeah, they're
good for them.
Yeah, they're definitely making sure that nothing goes down without their knowledge. We'll put it that way. Yeah.
So that tower and that kill simultaneously, by the way, has actually put Chicago ahead over a K.
Yeah, at 1,000. And I'd like to see a dragon soon. Actually, it looks like some pinks going down around there. And might actually.
They certainly can do it. They've got Elise on their team, so that wouldn't be a problem.
Nope. Looks like we got some Evelyn clearing wards. Probably gonna go take up blue now. Yeah, pretty standard things coming out. Looks like Orianna is going for maybe Azonia's first, or maybe she's just getting the components first because she's playing against a Zed.
Yeah, she's probably just getting the components because of the Zed. That's exactly right. She will be getting Azania's fairly early against this team comp, considering they have like assassin like all over the place, with 2 assassins and Chen, who has a good enabler for assassins. She will definitely need an Azania's as fast as possible. However, she's not going to rush it as her first item. She needs to get a chalice next. Mihamda needs a chalice to build into a Grail before you can start thinking about that Zania's. But certainly the Arm Guard by itself is a great investment. It costs almost nothing, barely more than a blasting wand, and it gives you a lot of great stats.
Now, I would just like to bring into awareness the fact that Ezreal has not gone tier yet, so we might have a holdout. He might not actually be going blue Ezreal build.
He might not.
Might not.
We saw a blue Ezreal in the tournament, and I can't think of who it was, but we did see a blue Ezreal who didn't buy the tier until very late in the game, and he still got the Merman. He still got the Merman because the game went on for freaking ever.
For a long time, So obviously,
it was a long game.
Obviously, stuff like that only works. Tier, yes, okay, it can do stuff for you in lane, but the sustain right now is probably more valuable to him than anything. Even if he needs
the lifesteal.
Even if he is going blue Ezreal. So that could be the next thing that he picks.
Yeah, he doesn't have a healer for a lane partner, while the enemy carry does. So that's probably why he's prioritizing the Vamp Scepter.
It looks like maybe they're preparing to get the jump on the Shin right now after this gank.
Oh, very well could. Let's go ahead and hop over to Mr. Shin, see how he's doing. He's actually He smells it. He smells it. He knows what's going on. And Eve's actually going to gank bot. Seal Terror getting really, really low, and Lolo's going to dive it. Will Azek die? No. Azek uses the barrier to survive Twitch's poison. May not have been necessary. I think the lifesteal could have got him through it, but it was probably good just to use just to be sure. And up top, that gank that we were talking about does happen. However, Singaporean is playing Shen, so he did not die because he is Shen.
Yep.
And Elise is kind of kicking herself right now. Arbor break, thinking, man, I really should have gone bot lane.
Probably just a little bit, but I mean, that Evelyn waited there for quite a while. So, I mean,
it's true.
You know, she waited there, she was patient. Armor break is just making sure that he gets some damage on that tower. And, you know, that's pretty much that. It looks like they're doing a really good job of pressuring lanes, even though they're, you know, they lost to kill bot, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, you know, they're still ahead
on farm.
Yes.
They're still ahead on total gold. I mean, one of the reasons is they have tower advantage right now by a lot, by one, which is not huge, but it's something.
A third longsword. Can I just mention that right now? He's picking up a third longsword.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He's building his mana immune first, you know.
Yep, he's getting prepared.
We talked about that on Champion Select. We figured he'd probably go that mana immune route so he can just fire Shock Blast at Shen all day long.
It looks like they're preparing to take Dragon. They're pinging in a little bit. They're making sure they get that ward that Thresh just put down. Missing that Death Sentence again. Come on, buddy.
There you go, but with the Flay. But here comes reinforcements. Kenny Terror is nearby. They don't want to fight him right now.
You can definitely tell that Chicago Blackhawks, they're circling the Dragon. They're prepared. I mean, they've got all their members down there, and they're just waiting.
Whole team.
They're just waiting. They want that Dragon. They want it now. They want it now.
They got to be careful though. That Dragon Pit is a death sentence if you're not careful. They don't want to walk in there and get rounded up by the box and try to focus down Azek and get trolled by him. Singaporean ult. I mean, they got to be really careful about that. And the fact that Shen can split push top is huge. Anyway, there's a shockwave hitting two people. Attempted to disengage, but Ehamd is still going to get caught. And that Stand United did come down in the middle of the fight as predicted.
On the Evelyn.
He got through it.
Yep.
Onto the Evelyn, saving the Evelyn and the Zed, and Mr. Pro is also going to escape with.
They finally are going to actually take the dragon. So Phobia.
Yeah, I think Phobia can force
Phobia is securing the dragon there. I'm pretty sure, but it looks like in retaliation, Chicago
they're going to counterpush.
Might take mid lane.
Pretty smart, yeah. They're going to push this tower. It's unlikely that they'll miss it. I mean, they could get scared. They're going to spot everybody coming via the ward and the brush. They could get scared and run away, but I don't think so. I mean, they've got what it takes. They're going to get scared. They're going to get scared.
Well, they don't know if it was all 4 of them or all 5 of them. It's just 3 of them. I mean, whatever. I guess,
they got scared. So maybe they're just, they're not feeling terribly confident about their position right now. That dragon just equalized it on gold, and there's a easy to get tower in mid lane right now, which they're pushing towards. They may even get that.
And you can talk about the farm discrepancy between the Jace, between the top laners, between the Jace and the Shen right now. Yeah. But at the end of the day, a Shen is still a Shen. You know what I mean? Shen is still a Shen.
Shen is not farm dependent.
Yeah, he's not farm dependent. He looks like he's gonna go Sunfire Cape fairly quickly. He just picked up that chain vest. So as soon as he finishes that, I'm sure he'll be normal Shen. He'll be everybody's favorite Shen, and that's that. He still has teleport up, so he can probably join a fight if it happens, even if he doesn't have his ult. And
Yeah, Shen is going to be effective no matter what, like you said. He's always got his split pushing, and he's always got a lot of effectiveness strategically, no matter what. So I don't think he minds. However, we do have to, Phobia does have to be careful about Kenny Terror getting out of control.
Yes, absolutely.
And out of control Jason mid game is something they absolutely do not want to happen. However, at this point, he's 0-0-0.
Yep.
They've had a nice, slow, boring top lane against
Shen. Just farm. Yeah, nice, boring top lane. That's right.
He's all farm.
And Shen's doing a really good job of not trying to engage that. He's just like, you know what? Yeah. You're Jace. I'm just gonna let you do your thing. I'm just gonna let you talk. I'm
just gonna pay more attention to my mini map and see what's happening and get ready to save somebody with my ult and not much else. Lolo getting spotted by that pink ward should be mentioned.
Yep.
And I don't think this gank on Jace is going to go anywhere.
Probably
in fact,
not.
I think if Lolo hadn't showed up, then it would have
been okay.
Mr. Pro would have got him.
He was chilling there. Looks like he might.
Kenny Terror walking right into Mr. Pro. That's unexpected. Kenny Terror making a big misjudgment there, and Mr. Pro going deep. And there's the shockwave. The attempt to save him actually pulled him into
Evelyn,
but he was dead anyway, so it didn't matter. And he knew they were coming, but when he fired the shock blast into the tri-bush and didn't hit anybody, I think he figured that they weren't there yet. The problem was that. The problem was Mr. Pro was only a couple inches away from it, and if he had shot a little bit later, he might have hit him. But oh well.
Absolutely.
Also, Phobia looking very strong, ahead on kills, slightly ahead on gold. In this, they could push either mid or top tower very easily. There's two open towers
and
for them
they've
to
got
take.
the late game split push. You know what I mean? They've got the Shin.
Oh,
so,
yeah. They have a strong late game.
Yes.
Both teams are very late game oriented.
Yeah.
I mean, Twitch is a murderer, you know, and they've got a great ult combo for late game. I mean, they've got one of those, you know, when it comes down to like the 45, 50-minute games, and it all comes down to the right initiate. Chicago has the initiate advantage anyway. There's a jump on armor break. He's going to repel away or repel straight on the same spot. Same difference, and they gotta back off. Anyway, there's going to be a grab, a Dissonance on Umouse, combo with a Flay, combo with a box, and she's done. Nice job, guys. Azek getting that kill. I'm going to turn it around on Seal Terror, who's going to escape. He's going to pink ward in the brush, countering the Twitch. That's how it's done, guys.
Epic
this is how you
pink ward
support,
right
and the auto attack finishing it. So a nice, clean
Bunny
double
with
kill.
the clutch pink
unofficial.
ward right there.
There you go.
There. The
There you
clutch.
go.
The clutch. Right.
That's how it's done.
Yep.
So nice work. Nice work to Phobia.
Excellent work.
That awesome supporting. So they did win that fight. I'm impressed that they focused Nami and got that kill right away instead of focusing Twitch. That's hard to do. That means you're way ahead.
That is hard to do. You know, they always say don't focus the support. Don't focus the support. It looks like Jace really,
Oh, there's a nice. I'm Singaporean trying to dodge that. Let's see if he can get through this with it.
Oh, missed the shockwave.
He avoided the shockwave, and Mr. Pro's here to save him. They cannot kill this Shin no matter what they do. And he is dying. Loloho's going to finish it and turn this around. And that chase not working for them. The Stand United almost saves Mr. Pro, but not quite. Now Loloho might be in trouble. And this team fight seems to have completely turned around on them. Loloho just
my God.
barely escaping. No, he does not escape. Ouch. Ouch. Let's see if they can finish armor break, though. I think E-Honda's going to save him. Go to Phobia. You can do it. I don't think you can do it. Anyway, Azek, however, a chance to pick up the skill if he continues to pursue it. I mean, he can definitely catch Orianna if he's serious about it, but it would be very dangerous. He doesn't want to run into Twitch. No. So he's going to go for a blind true shot barrage. Nice try.
Wow.
But,
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, they got away.
That's heartbreaking.
It was.
That was.
So they got away 1 for 2, actually. So nice work, Chicago. Turning lemons into lemonade there.
Absolutely.
Because it started out with them kind of over pursuing. They can't kill Shen. I mean, let's just
kill Shen.
Come to terms with this fact, okay, guys? You just can't kill Shen. Don't even try.
Don't try. It's like Singed, right? Don't mess. Just don't mess with him.
Just don't worry about it. Let him do his thing. He's not hurting anybody.
Just the minions. Shen. The minions are just chilling there, right?
Minions don't mind. That's what they're here for.
Exactly.
They got good benefits and all. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. So, Shock Blast missing there. So, Phobia looking pretty strong, even though they unfortunately had things turn around for them in that play. Started out good for him, but even with that, they're still ahead by about 500.
Yeah,
and they still have opportunities to take some free towers, some free outer towers.
Chicago's definitely doing an excellent job of keeping up, despite obviously the kill discrepancy. They're up a tower. They're pretty much even in gold. And they're winning the farm race for the most part. Looks like we've got a pause going down. Uh-oh. Let's see what chat has to say. Ori something. Something Ori. Bug splat. Oh,
bug
gosh.
Splat?
Okay, so
that's nice.
E-Honda's got a little bug splat. I don't know if you can see this, Crowbar, but apparently we got paused in the middle of an Ezreal charge.
Oh, really? No, I don't see that. I'm looking at Seal Terror right now. I don't see the Ezreal.
Yeah.
Was he charging up a true shot barrage?
No, it's the.
Oh, that's right. He just used that.
It's the item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the Manamune. I see what you're saying.
You see that?
Yes, I see the Manamune. I see the Manamune procking like crazy. If you could actually get your Manamune to proc like that, I mean, wouldn't that be like the exploit of the century?
I mean, that would definitely be a
If this game unpaused and you all of a sudden had a Muramana, I'd be like, wow, right, please.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to make sure we double check that when he unpauses.
Yeah.
Just to see.
When we unpause this, watch that. Make sure it doesn't have a Muramana. All right. So hopefully Orianna should be back in a second after overcoming that blood splat.
And after me being so excited that we might actually see a non-blue Ezreal build. Then it just comes out. It just comes out. I just
He goes in the Sheen Manamune. Yeah, he built it after the Vamp Scepter. That's all.
I miss non-blue Ezreal. You know what I mean? I miss that.
Yeah.
So
I do too. Well, this isn't bad. Just about a minute and a half.
No, it's not too bad. It looks like they got all ready, so it'll be unpause.
Not bad at all. So I'm really curious. So it looks like no Muramana bug. No, it's still at 244, so it's about what it should be.
It's okay.
Okay.
Dang it.
Yeah, I was gonna get all excited if we discovered a bug here live on the stream. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it would be great for you because
No.
you love those little bugs. And it looks like they're circling dragon again, which you know what that means. Come on.
Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll see.
There's gonna be a firefight.
So
and,
interesting.
There's a ward battle. Dragon pops to see if they can get something done here. Mr. Pro and Kenny Terra are both top lane, so that's even there. Anyway, Phobia go in the box to try to save him from E Honda, but no avail. The Shockwave finishes him. And Seal Terror is now on top of ASIC. ASIC's gonna have to run away, but no. Wow, the True Shot Barrage almost got something done there. And wow, the Expunge.
Yep.
The Expunge. Ouch. And Chicago winning that fight with the brutally winning that fight. Just such a ballsy play. I mean, E Honda just jumped straight onto Phobia completely by himself.
Yep.
And that's the kind of plays we see out of E Honda. Usually he's playing like a Lee Sin or a Zed or someone that you normally associate as an assassin. But he's like, I don't care if I'm Orianna, I'm an assassin today. And completely wiped them out.
Definitely. So so Chicago pulling up a little ahead. Obviously, they've got another tower ahead, and they got a dragon, get some more kills. So they're definitely pulling into that mid-game stride right now. So it's up to Phobia to really kind of, not let that lead slip away even further at this point.
So, they're losing their ground right now.
Yeah,
they need to push that mid tower. That mid tower's been sitting. Oh my god.
That is a lot of a lot of pink wards right there. I mean, I have to wonder with the Oracle changes, why are they not going Oracles? Like, they're putting pink wards down everywhere, and they're spending that money on pink wards versus Oracles, and so it's this classic debate, So that obviously means that they're probably not going to be too team fight oriented just yet, for obvious reasons, so that you don't need an Oracle because you've got the entire river warded with pinks. So
for now.
You're good.
Still, Umouse really should be getting that. Should be needing Oracles. I mean, that's clear. But spending $1 billion in pink wards isn't terrible.
Ward,
they're splitting it between the team. I mean, everybody's buying pink wards, so they're not putting the burden on one player. So it's kind of understandable. And if you drop a pink ward, like we saw earlier in mid lane, if you drop a pink ward and it gives you a free kill on Eve, you're kind of like, well, I think I'm going to buy 4 more pink wards. I'm going to invest heavily in this and I'll put all my stock in this portfolio because I got a free kill out of it. I got like a 5 times return. So let's see if they can do that again. But Lolaho does have an Oracles, and Lolaho is picking up his those pink wards. Very smart.
Picked that up, and he was like, "Listen, they're definitely doing a good job."
May have an encounter down in bot lane with Mr. Pro jumping on top of E Honda. Shockwave is used, but is dodged. The Shockwave is dodged by Mr. Pro. The Zhonya's goes out to try to save him, but Mr. Pro's going to flash and finish it. Oh my god, did he time that or was it luck? That was incredible.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was timed. I'm gonna go say
that was all skill. All skill, baby. That's what you're saying. You're saying Mr. Pro Mr. Pro timed his mark of whatever because he wanted to dodge the shockwave. That's what you're saying.
But actually the E Honda Zhonya's was really well timed.
Was just as good.
So,
he completely dodged the mark.
Absolutely.
Of course, it wasn't enough to save him, but it was still pretty epic with all these people, all these like ninjas and stuff using their moves to dodge everybody. Good times, good times. So one thing I was wrong about with Orianna with E Honda, he did not build the Chalice before
no, he did not.
Zhonya's.
He finished
got that Zhonya's right away.
Yep. And I mean,
that's something
I'm
else.
not gonna say I was right or anything. We're not gonna bring that up. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't really have an argument about it, but
not really. But anyway, there's a death sentence on Umouse, and a tidal wave comes out right before the death sentence. The box trying to secure the kill, and True Shot Barrage gets. That's exactly what they wanted. And however, that is not what they wanted. A shock blast finishing off to Phobia behind the back lines. Lolaho goes down next. Let's see if ASIC can turn this around. He's totally untouched right now. He's going to be able to finish off Armor Break without too much trouble, but E Honda is still in the fight. There's a triple. This is a potential penta, guys. Just keep an eye on this one, but I think the old Seal Tear is going to get it done. There's the Shockwave finally, and ASIC going for the Quadra, but no. Seal Tear finishes him, and it is an ace. And a Quadra, in fact, for Seal Tear. I didn't even notice that building up. I was too busy watching ASIC there.
Focus on ASIC's possible Quadra. Yeah, that right there is just bad that was bad focus right there. I mean, the Twitch right there was just...
They're way behind now.
Yeah, they're definitely behind. They definitely need to come back. I mean, they're not incredibly behind in terms of gold, only down 3,000, but I have to question, them letting Twitch free spam like that. I mean, his ult is spray and pray. You can't just let him do that. It's not a good idea. Not a good
God,
idea.
no.
So they were too focused on getting that one kill, and then they played catch up for the rest of the time. And you could definitely, I saw Azek try to. Ooh.
Oh, the true shot barrage! Are you kidding me?
What?
He saw eHamda pick up that minion. That's how he had vision. He saw it from the minion, and he just guessed the recall location. Gamer sensed that sucker. Keep in mind that Azek was level 12 when he did that kill, so that's a really short rest timer. So he was up in time for that. Anyway, Loloho, oh my God, has oracles again, and he's going.
Well,
he's going crazy, killing these pink wards. He's loving it, man. And they're gonna push his mid tower down finally.
Finally, I mean, finally.
Couple more shots.
Guys.
Yeah, that thing has been like a low-hanging fruit for like 20 minutes now.
pretty much.
So
yeah. So
see how much damage they can get. A little bit of damage here, but Kenny Terror is coming up. The shock blast. Did he just use a shock blast and then go off? I couldn't tell what happened. Anyway, Seal Terror getting focused immediately. That's what you want to do, guys. Kill the crap out of him. Phobia, however, is going to die in all that mess. They also lost I'm Singaporean pretty fast. That's not good. That's not a good sign when your tank goes down that quickly. And Mr. Pro, without a tank to peel for him, is unable to stay alive. He has to try to run away, but he, of course, did not. Now, Azek is the only one left alive. He's got a good chunk of health, but they only managed to kill Seal Terror. They focused everything on the AD carry. They got him. The problem was that still somehow they managed to lose all their tanks in that process.
Well,
that is bad.
Nami's ult is too strong. Like that's
yeah,
what
tidal wave.
They engage and instantly a tidal wave comes out, and Nami is always on point with it. She's using it rather to initiate. She's using it to counter initiate. And and it's definitely doing a number on Phobia. So Phobia really needs to either plan for that or learn to engage better. You know, and that's really what it comes down to. So hopefully we'll see that coming. We're not really seeing very strong team fights from them just yet. So we'll see. But Chicago right now definitely working as a team. Obviously all those pink wards that are being bought by everybody. And just the team fights in general. I mean, they're picking up their second dragon, and so they're pulling ahead even further. Now they're about 5k up rather than the 4k they were previously. So
they continue to build. They continue to build off this lead, and they took it away from Phobia first. But it's not an insurmountable lead by any means. It's actually not that big of a lead at all, to be honest. I mean, they got maybe a tower and. If they get even on towers and then they take a Baron or they just win one team fight, it'll be even again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far apart now.
If you go ahead and take a look at, I mean, the 80 carries right now, Azek and Seal Terror completely dead even. Both of them have about, 9,000 gold, even farm, fairly even kills and assists. I mean, they are dead even. So you really got to look at just team fights in general. Orianna is definitely ahead in farm. But right now, it just comes down to team fights for these guys. Like, I know we keep saying
they can't let Phobia get killed right off the bat again. They need him as the fight goes on. Thresh is a constant threat during fights because he just has so much CC that keeps casting him over and over and over again. He's not like a one and done type of CCer like a Mumu. He's there and he just keeps spamming.
He's continuous,
yeah, like it's continuous. Like the fight goes on and on and on. Your 80 carry is still alive. 3 people are dead, and then you get death sentence, and you're like, oh well, that's it. You don't want that to happen. So you need to kill Thresh immediately. That's what they did. That's what Chicago did. They finished him so quickly, and they also finished I'm Singaporean so quickly, which is a bit disheartening for them because they really need him to be the eternal Shen who lasts a million years in team fights.
Shen's ult and teleport is Shen's. Yeah, is available. So we'll see. Definitely Chicago winning the ward battle. From what I can tell, they're definitely.
They're getting spotted by that one ward though. There's that one ward that they missed.
Ward with all the pink wards, they missed that one.
And that's how they know that. That's how they know that Chicago isn't quite serious about this Baron right now. At least they aren't yet, but they might be. They might be working up to it. They just took that tower. The top inner turret.
Yeah, they've
and they're standing on a ward right now.
Fortress right now. Fortress of wards. And that's
okay. No, they got it. They got the ward. They got the ward.
I count
one of the only 2 wards left for Phobia there. They pinked it as soon as I said that there's a ward right there. They
heard
pinked
you and
it.
they were like, oh.
They heard me. They heard me. They're like, there's a ward where? Well, there's only one brush left, so just put it there. That's probably what he's talking about.
Yeah, and so you see that.
Oh my God, they really don't have vision.
They really
don't have vision. He just did a true shot barrage of Baron. Man, that's gonna be rough. There's a nice shockwave. Azek is obliterated, but he managed to just barely escape. No, Kenny Terror finishing with a shock blast. Oh no, this is a total disaster. Stand United on Loloho, unnecessary. They're gonna get away. However, unfortunately for them, Phobia went down, and wow, I'm Singaporean caught way off to the side. That's going to be an inhibitor lost. Jesus Christ, that shockwave on ASIC was so brutal.
That was.
And Phobia just practically lost the game on that part. Now they're severely behind. This is going to be a free Baron as well. There is still the room to come back, but they've got a huge deficit
Room
now.
to come back, but definitely that was pretty powerful. I mean, you saw the Thresh Lantern go out to scout the bush, but it was just too late. Like, they knew, like, after that they were like, oh no, like, here we go. But I have to question that. Like, if they don't see anyone on the map from the other team, they don't have any vision of Baron, they check with the Ezreal ult, but they don't see them there with the ult. You have to wonder, okay, they're there somewhere. You know, what, you know, that was rough on all accounts.
Yeah, as soon as ASIC was in shockwave range, is like his death is like, that was it. You know, he was done. And he did almost escape. I mean, he is playing Ezreal, and ASIC is known for making not crazy escapes. In fact, I believe I featured him in the top 5 plays that was in number 4. And I was trying to remember if it was ASIC or not, but yes, it was. He was playing Caitlyn in that game, though. And where he got pulled by Blitzcrank into the base and somehow escaped. It was just unfathomable. But in this case, no. The Shock Blast finished him. He almost got out, but the Shock Blast finished him off before he could, lifesteal up and maybe contribute to the fight. And once he's dead, it was just a total collapse. Everybody running for their lives. Nah, not going to happen. But at least Lolaho survived to maintain that pink ward, or excuse me, the oracles.
Well, oracles
to destroy pink wards.
Of course, with the new patch, oracles does survive after death. So it wasn't really a matter of whether he's going to lose oracles.
There you go, Keisha dropping the knowledge bombs.
The knowledge bombs. That's right. I was wondering when Lolaho was going to get that pink ward. That was irking me. He just walked by a couple times. So, yeah.
How much money do you think these guys have made from ward kills?
I wish that was the stat. I wish that was a stat.
Yes.
That would be really nice if that was actually, a workable thing.
Money from ward kills, 7,000.
Then you would really think about buying those oracles, right?
Heck yeah.
All right, okay.
Money spent on oracles versus money gained from oracles.
Exactly.
And then there's other stuff you can't even measure, like the money you gain from spotting Twitch. Who knows?
Yeah.
So Nami, Umau's picking up that oracles and kind of returning the favor. So the ward battle definitely in favor right now of Chicago. However,
well, Phobia's got some wards down now. They finally have the clear from the oracles.
Yeah. Ooh, there's an easy force tower. Can't contest that.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, they just have to turtle at this point. Shin's
they have to turtle inside their base. So they got that nice big wall. And he's just going to push that top lane as hard as he can until he needs to stand united down bottom, which will be very, very soon, most likely, especially if ASIC keeps sitting in that really aggressive positioning there.
The good news is that ASIC did use his...
Oh, no, they're forcing the heck out of this tower. Look at this. The tower's going to be a goner second. There's a... Wow, look at Sealtair's position getting caught by the death sentence. The shockwave goes down, but ASIC's not in it. ASIC is just destroying people right now. I'm Singaporean in the fight, but he dies too. Wow, and ASIC's still alive. They're finally going to get him. It looks like KotL going for it. It's what Jace does best, right?
Nice.
And he does finish him for the ace. Such a bloody battle right there, guys.
Yeah.
Such a bloody battle. They killed Sealtair instantly. And despite that, KotL managed to keep the fight going, as well as he Hamda. He caught quite a few people in the shockwave, but not ASIC. And ASIC could not carry hard enough to get him through that fight. And it's going to be a 32-minute win for Chicago.
Wow. Exactly. Woo.
That was shocking. That was shocking. When they caught that death sentence on Sealtair, he was pushed up so far in such dangerous territory.
Constantly in that game was that every time there's a death sentence and Thresh ult, there was a counter ult from Nami. Counter ult. There was a disengage from Nami, and so it was instantaneous, and that was it. All right, so Chicago takes game 1 of a best of 5. Let's go ahead and see what Phobia picks as game 2.
Yep, on to game 2. Let's go.